Alright, timestamp. It's May 20th, 2025, 11:15 a.m. When winning feels like losing, you know? So, I just got out of court, and we won with no objections from anybody. Yeah, I still have the schmutz. I mean, it's cool. It's horrible, and it's cool, you know. I mean, I am relieved on a lot of different levels here, you know, obviously. One thing that was a concern was there was something in the verdict from last month which granted me temporary guardianship that said that I couldn't seek any long-term medical care for him until the permanent hearing. And I was worried that basically placing him in a facility at the moment was going to earn the ire of the court, and apparently everyone understood it. Because as soon as we found out that Mom had passed, we attempted to get my dad to safety. And I'd asked the attorney about it. I think I've been calling her Ms. Ghastly. Seriously, she has her real name is still a brilliant, like Monster High, Elvira kind of name as an attorney. It's perfect. Ghastly works. Categorically, it's similar, you know. But I said, am I going to get in trouble for this? And she said, no, because you're not acting as his guardian at that point. Because your mom is gone, you're now acting as his power of attorney, which not only are allowed to do, but you're encouraged to do, because he can't actually make those choices for himself. And he isn't even aware that he's in danger, you know. So I was like, okay, I'll do it, you know. But there was that trepidation of, is the court going to think that I'm trying to be funny here? But they were very, yeah. You know, because again, we've got basically 6 out of 6 doctors saying, yeah, no, he needs this. And technically, in the listing, this would have been number 4 out of 6, technically. He was like, well, he could be home with 24/7 monitoring. He doesn't necessarily have to go to a home. But he wasn't considering he was just considering the man and not the house. In my opinion, because, bedbug, hoarding, and my dad went to his office to be checked out, so the doc didn't come here and see the horror that is. So, but the other 2 did make house calls. And one of them especially was, I guess her mother-in-law went through dementia, and there were similar things, because we talked to her after she had done a report, and she said, we took care of my mother-in-law for several years while she was going through some dementia, Alzheimer's issues. But, I believe that your dad is definitely in that place. He's there. But, your dad also has my mother-in-law beat in many, many, many categories, because that house is terrifying. It's like, we know. Thanks. But yeah, the opposing counsel didn't bring up the maybe someone else would be more qualified shtick, which I don't want to hear it. Because she had kind of hinted that maybe because this is a money grab, you guys are after his money. That was my dad's response to tell the counsel, to tell to the court, there was the idea of maybe getting an independent person from the outside to come in and manage. And it's like, don't try and pretend that I'm not qualified to do this, because I'm more qualified probably than anybody you'll rip out of the office to do this. I know all the different things where my parents got rooked over the years. I know the trash from the treasure and running a hobby store for 9 years, which can be like Pawn Stars to a degree. I know how to buy and sell and research and just piss off. But that, it didn't come up, so I don't know if she did research on me and went, ooh, never mind, or if it just wasn't worth pursuing. Because it seemed kind of a half-butted response to begin with. It was kind of the way she brought it up the first time a month ago was kind of like, my client has concerns about this. Moving on, you know. So, I mean, her heart wasn't really in it either. But, I mean, she had spent an hour or two with my dad, so I think she kind of... You know, when you're hired to represent the late, great Hannibal Lecter, you know, and he's chowing on a human arm while you start prepping the witness, it's kind of hard to go, cannibalism. Yeah, no, I don't see it, Your Honor. You know. Yes, I compared my dad to, but it's just a fun analogy. Just go with it. And I know another idiot that likes bringing up the late, great Hannibal Lecter, who's a fictional character. He's making decisions? Oh, dear God. So yeah, that happened. Yeah. So now, got to gather some receipts, because we've been, you know, we had stockpiled some money over the past year and a half, 2 years, and we've been paying out money for the estate. Now we get to get reimbursed by the estate for the money that we spent. We just got to bring the receipts, literally, which that's cool, you know, because I do plan on making a purchase. Oh, good, someone here to scam my parents. 20 times a day, man. Anyway. Make it a great day.